There are moments that remind humanity how extraordinary our journey into the stars has been. Despite the horrible blunders we've committed as a species, it's worth celebrating the soaring achievements and truly mind-boggling events we've come to witness. For years, the scientific community has been mesmerised by what amounts to a ballet on a cosmic scale, after a celestial collision between a wandering asteroid and Ellis 11's small moon began that satellite's slow, certain plunge towards the planet's surface. Some scientists did gather early on in enthusiastic but inevitably fruitless brainstorms on how to deflect the asteroid or, later, return the moon to its natural orbit. In the end, the planet's lack of perceived value and the exorbitant costs of the proposed schemes led them to admit failure. From then on, the scientific community's efforts became two-pronged, half watching and studying the slow death of moon and planet like children awaiting Christmas, and the remainder performing the reams of calculations required to anticipate all of the effects, and to minimise the collateral damage. Since then, there was a non-stop flurry of activity in almost every bureau of the UEE. At the eye of the hurricane, Senator Clay Harron distinguished himself by spearheading the government's response, coordinating with the High Command to implement the safety protocols to protect Ellis's inhabited planets from the potential debris, as well as folded in mining and scientific contracts to help offset cleanup costs. Plans were enacted, contracts were signed, even Xi'an scientific committees appeared to watch this cosmic event unfold. All that was left was to wait. And wait the universe did. Finally, it happened. 6th of the 6th, 2943, 0311 SET. The moon impacted the surface of Ellis 11. This silent explosion of celestial objects was beyond description. Due to the minimum distance parameters given to the media, the scene initially felt like another of the simulated images that had been saturating the spectrum for nearly 2 years. It took a few moments to realise that it was real, that the scene of cosmic destruction unfolding was indeed happening. The moon struck Ellis 11 at 16 degrees above the equator. Some analysts estimated that over 10 billion megatons of energy were released during the impact, 100 times the estimated impact of the Chicxulub asteroid on Earth in prehistoric times. The size of the impact actually moved Ellis 11 a fraction of a degree out of its orbit, even while the massive tectonic activity from the collision began to tear the planet apart. The planet's final act was to leave a new asteroid belt as the epitaph to its epic demise. In the aftermath of the collision, the military began to escort scientific crews into the wake of the destruction. Fortunately, Ellis 10, the planet's closest astronomical neighbour, was on the other side of the system at the time of the collision, and Ellis 12's orbit is much more distant, so there was no significant perceived risk to either of its planetary siblings. Scientists began to study the inner workings of planets on an unprecedented scale, but what did this event mean for the rest of the UEE? As far as the death of a planet goes, one couldn't ask for a better candidate. Since Ellis 11 was not an inhabited planet, there were no settlers to be relocated. The planet held little interest for mining or scientific communities. The system simply required a few months of travel warnings and an update to the system almanac and galactic guide to excise the deceased world and add a new asteroid belt. Outside of the science and mining community, the destruction of Ellis 11 held significant value to another organisation, the Murray Cup Racing League. The MCRL had set up the Ellis system as their home base of astro racing and had to update their rules to accommodate the new obstacle course in their system. The months and months of planning and anticipation have turned what many considered to be the penultimate form of destruction into a wealth of scientific research and mineral resource. Yes, humanity was allowed to bear witness to the passing of a planet. That, in and of itself, is remarkable, but more so, we were in a position to learn from it, which is an even greater achievement.
What's this? A Tobii eye tracker ad? Exactly what you wanted. The Tobii eye tracker gives you natively supported high precision head and eye tracking for Star Citizen and a load of other games for that matter. This is perfect for greater immersion in Star Citizen, for looking around your cockpit while in combat, or just quantum traveling around the verse. There's a load of cool bits like Toby Ghost, so you can see where eyes are looking, or other people can if you're recording it or showing it to like viewers or whatever. But also you got camera boost, which is like mouse acceleration for your head. Until the 28th of October, you can grab 15% off by using the link below. There's also a sweepstake running where you can grab yourself a Star Citizen ship and starter pack. Again, links below. Now, back to the video. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For October, it's for a Drake Corsair with a game package and lifetime insurance. All you have to do to be in for a chance of winning that lovely Star Citizen access and ship that can be used for exploration, but it's also this cool little multi-role, multi-crew ship. You just need a comment on any of our videos made during October. That will go into the hat. It's not a hat, it's a spreadsheet. It goes into that, and then a random person is chosen. With the addition of Alpha 4.0 and Pyro, there's going to be tons more to see and explore. The Corsair is perfect for that. Good luck. Please consider supporting the channel as well. We've got the join button under our videos that will make you a channel member. That goes a long way in supporting the channel, as does becoming a Patreon. It's pretty much the same thing, but for different mediums. You can also like, comment, share, or sub, things like that. That all helps with the channel hugely. We are also gathering questions for CitizenCon, so chuck those in the comments below as well. If I find any appropriate devs, I will ask your question, or I will probably amalgamate lots of questions together and make them more concise. Thank you so much for your support and watching, and I hope you have a great October.